Before I start this next show, I want to thank everyone for subscribing to me on YouTube and following me on Facebook. I really especially want to thank my family and friends for supporting me through this. And I have more to talk about than just New World Order and globalization. On the upcoming shows in January, we'll be talking about relationships, entertainment, the entertainment business, how do you produce, how do you get in the business, etc. But there's a lot of other topics that I will talk about and discuss in the upcoming new year. But I do want to take this opportunity to say I wish everyone, a happy new year, a prosperous new year, full of health, joy, prosperity, and a lot of love. Alright? If you don't stand up for something, you fall for anything, and that was always said. I love it, but you gotta understand that we are in a fight for our lives, and we cannot just be led to the water and made to drink. We actually got to fight for our rights. So that's what this next show is all about. It's about information and keeping you aware. I hope you enjoy it. Alright? Peace. One more thing before I start the show, I just want to give a brief shout out to several individuals that have inspired me to keep it moving. My cousin Brad Thomas on Facebook, I thank you, cuz. Thank you for giving me the inspiration to not only do videos but actually get on Facebook and flow. From Facebook, it gave me the inspiration to go ahead and start my YouTube show. I also wanted to thank the Lee Goodall. It's TheeGoodall, the Goodall. That's my overseas brother. I thank you very much for supporting me. And my #1 subscriber, the first subscriber on my show, Pope Dog, or PULLPDOG, Pull P Dog. I thank you so much for spreading the word and giving me a few subscribers that's willing to stay in the fight with me. Also, I want to thank my cousin William Brookshire. Thanks, cuz, for spreading your knowledge, staying in the fight, and spreading the knowledge. Also, I want to thank So Poetic 100. He's an inspirational young brother doing poetry, and he's standing in the fight, being creative in his way. Also, my favorite best friend, I should say, my #1 best friend, Bone8210. I give you shout outs, brother, for giving me inspiration every day to keep it moving as well. So let's go. Everything I say has some messages, so please pay close attention for thought or your thought process. Since our last show, a lot of things have took place actually. The health care passed the U.S. Senate. We can say yay or nay. My opinion doesn't really count until we all stand up for something or fall for anything, as I stated earlier. I'll discuss more about that health care situation a little later. Al-Qaeda, we already know about the fear tactics that was going on in the Arabian Peninsula, which claimed the failed Christmas bombing of the U.S.-bound aircraft to Detroit. We all heard about that. But the U.S. monitoring organization SITE Intelligence, SITE Intelligence, said that the terrorist's father, a rich Nigerian banker, went to the U.S. Embassy in Nigeria on November 19th. Okay, now remember, everything happened on December 25th. But the Nigerian father went to the embassy, the U.S. Embassy, and said that his son was in Yemen in a terrorist camp, and no one did anything. Nevertheless, the son was allowed to buy a ticket in Ghana, paying cash $2,800 for a one-way ticket, and we know the rest of the story. Some got to be wrong with that story, right? Also in Texas, the state of Texas, they're slated to destroy over 4 million newborn blood samples. Also, 29% of the Americans say that religion is out of date based upon a Gallup poll. Only 78% of Americans now identify as Christian, while 22% describe their religious preference as either other or none. The U.S. Department also, the Homeland Security, our Transportation Security Administration, the Security Directive 1544-09-06 basically says that during the boarding process, this is in Section 2, during the boarding process, the air carrier may exempt passengers who are heads of state or heads of government. from the measures outlined in Section 1A of the Security Directive, including the following who are traveling with the head of state or the head of government. Well, damn it, that means that anybody that they say can get on, they can get on. So that means that we're still not secure. It's all fear tactics, people. Now, I'm not sure if you really understand that directive, but you can look it up yourself and understand that they can authorize spouses, children, or any other individual chosen by the head of state or head of government. Now, that's any foreign country, okay? Mind you, any foreign country. So, what's wrong with that picture? I'm mad as hell about it. If I'm shook down at airports, then everybody else should be shook down as well. Man, woman, beast. I mean, anybody that eats shit and die like I can, we all are human, aren't we? I mean, what? Shake them down, too. Also, what was covered during our last show, or since our last show, rather, Al Gore's website. You remember Vice President Al Gore? His website covered UN world currency coins. And the announcement by the United Nations, I believe it was last week, said that it will license the minting of silver and gold bullion coins bearing the UN logo. The sense of urgency to rethink the dollar is on the table as a priority. One world currency is around the corner, people, and it's real. I don't know if you really understand what this New World Order is, but I'm telling you, it's about enslavement. Following the 2009 G20 summit, I don't know who follow news out there, but a short time ago when they had that meeting, plans were announced for implementing the creation of a new global currency to replace the United States dollar and its role as far as the world reserve currency. Figured out. Now, point 19 of the communication that was released by the G20 at the end of the summit stated that we have agreed to support a general SDR allocation which will inject $250 billion or plus into the world economy and increase global liquidity. Now, SDRs, or what they call special drawing rights, are synthetic paper currency issued by the International Monetary Fund. Okay, now extra. Everybody tired of hearing about the 9/11 conspiracies, etc., etc., but I got new information for some that's new anyway. David Steele, this guy David Steele, he's a former 20-year Marine Corps infantry and intelligence officer. He's actually the second-ranking civilian in the U.S. Marine Corps intelligence and former CIA clandestine services case officer. Now, Mr. Steele previously written that the 9/11 was at minimum allowed to happen as a pretext for war. Now, if you search all the records that's out there, understand the Bush administration made things happen so this can happen, so that we can fall behind saying, oh, they're bad, and create this war world that's going on. Now, mind you, we was already in many wars, little small wars elsewhere, okay? War always going to exist. But this month, Steele went further, writing that Pakistan briefed Cheney about the plans for the terrorist attack ahead of time. Nations also got wind of this and warned the CIA. We also had 2 walk-ins to the FBI, one in Orlando and one in Newark, New Jersey, that were dismissed by the FBI because the names were all virgins and not in the FBI database. The arrogance and the stupidity of bureaucracy.